Political correctness has morphed into cancel culture and has unmistakably taken over the American campus. Just ask Bruce Gilley, a Portland State political science professor researching a 19th century British figure who Gilley called the last imperialist.
I was trying to distill it into, what's the case for colonialism?
Gilley's argument, in a nutshell, is that by promoting universal values, shared responsibility, and respect for human life, Western colonialists improved the living standards of huge swaths of the Third World. It was a provocative idea that Gilley thought would make a good article for an academic journal.
I went to Third World Quarterly, fairly reputable, standard left-wing journal.
And it published Gilley's paper. Good news. Or so the professor thought.
I was totally caught unaware when I got an email from my colleague and he said, "Do you know the storm that's happening out there?" Because my article had just appeared online that morning. And then I got another email from a colleague in Australia and he said, "Shelter in place."
The article was causing an earthquake, and Gilley was not prepared for the aftershocks.
People said I should be fired. A bunch of my students filed a diversity complaint against me saying his article is a form of harassment and discrimination against us.
When Socrates was on trial for corrupting the youth of Athens with false beliefs, his defense was, the unexamined life is not worth living. That's supposed to be the creed of the college campus, where students and teachers pursue wisdom, fearlessly investigate issues from all sides, and challenge each other in robust debate. Today, campuses are more notable for all you're not allowed to say. And what about Professor Gilley? The cancelers had just started to come after him, and the journal that published his article.
The editorial team starting to get death threats. They're based in London, and the editor reached out to me and said, "This has got so out of hand that my staff are now feeling unsafe. What can we do?" And I said, "Withdraw the article, take it down. It's not worth an academic article to have people's lives under threat." They were about to have to take protection from the Metropolitan Police in London. So it's withdrawn, not retracted. You're used to criticism, that's normal, but this was unprecedented. This was 20,000 people and counting, calling for my head, calling for the journal to be shut down.
The cancelers weren't about to stop after pulling down a single article. They rarely do. Next, they targeted a book series Gilley was developing that would question the conventional anti-colonial perspective.
Just as we were about to launch, a blogger in Toronto, who's an adjunct professor in philosophy, issues this long blog post saying that publication of our book series amounts to an act of violence against brown people everywhere. And academics around the world need to rally around to defend academic freedom from our book series.
Next, the publisher put the book on hold. Gilley asked for the rights back, and the publisher canceled the series.
So this was academic freedom needs to be denied in the name of academic freedom. Why? Because academic freedom is only for people with correct views.
Oddly, America is proving itself more closed-minded to Gilley's argument than former African colonies are.
Many people in third world countries, former colonies, share this view as well. The new left doesn't like debate. The new left thinks debate's racist.
The experience not only changed his mind about the state of universities, it took a toll on him as well.
I had this sense that I was in free fall, not just professionally, but personally as well.